Well, hello there. My name's James Joyce. I'm a famous writer. Although today you kids might not know me. People have it out for the classics. Well, even if you've been forced to look me up, I'm still glad you stopped by. This is the part where I start talking about myself and you become very interested. To start off, I was born in Dublin on February 2nd. I was one of 10 children. My father was a tax collector, but then he sent my poem Et Tai Healy to the Vatican and got himself dismissed. Thus, our slip into poverty and the start of my father's drinking. I started school at Congro's Wood College. Then, once my father couldn't pay the fees, I started studying at home for a while. Then I was offered a spot at Belvedere College. They hoped I would join the order, but I rejected Catholicism by 26. I finally went to the University College of Dublin, made a lot of friends, got to write articles and play and such. Then I travelled to Paris to study medicine. But I couldn't handle the French. It's, we, blah, whatever. Then I got that telegraph telling me my mother was sick. She had cancer. I came home straight away. After my mother died, things started to fall apart. We barely made it by. I reviewed books and gave singing lessons. La! I'm an accomplished tenor, you know. I won the bronze medal in 1904. Then I tried to publish a portrait of the artist, but they didn't like that. So I rewrote it as Stephen's Hero. That didn't work out either. But that same year, I met Nora. We eloped after a few tries, and I found a job in Pola for my teaching. I went back and forth through jobs and countries. Gah! A dog! Oh, that dog scared the hell out of me. I got bit by a dog when I was younger.
Come on, dog.
I have cynophobia.
Let's go, doggy.
Glad that dog is gone. Sorry, where was I? Oh yes, so I wrote my brother and my sister to help me with my teaching because my wife needed help with the kids. My two kids, George and Lisa. Lucia, sorry, need to lay off the sauce. Most of my students ended up being in the war, but they got a pension too to get me and my family out. Then I met one of the most important people in my life, Harriet Shaw Weaver. Brilliant English, feminist. She became my patron. I could finally write freely and not worry about having to teach. For myself, I always write about Dublin because if I can get to the heart of Dublin, then I can get to the heart of all cities in the world. In the particular is contained the universal. I also had many eye problems. I went back and forth to Switzerland to go see Dr. Carl Jung. I also took Lucia to see him. He thought she had schizophrenia. He thought I had it too. He said that Lucia and I were two people heading to the bottom of a river. I was diving and she was falling. Anyway, later in Paris I was nursed by Maria and Eugene Jolas. If it wasn't for them, I might have never got anything published. I was writing Finnegan's Wake. I ended up in Zurich. I was getting surgery for a perforated ulcer. Man, that really hurt like a... well, like a word that you kids shouldn't know yet. It was well fine, but I ended up in a coma. I woke to tell the nurse to call my wife and son, but they didn't make it. I was already gone. Granted, I was gone, but not forgotten. I left a good legacy behind. 4 novels, many poems, and also a play. Many people have used my books to connect their lives and also with their research and their studies. Time magazine said I revolutionized 20th century fiction. Haha, well, I don't know if I did all that, but I'm glad I made an impact anyway. Thanks for your time and cheers.